Hey guys, it's Maymay, and today we're talking scrap paper, when to keep it and when to toss it. I have a selection of scraps here. If you were watching my top tip videos, you would have seen how I keep my scraps close to my work surface, so I go to those first before I cut fresh pieces of paper. So let's talk about how I decide what goes into my scrap bin. Okay, a piece like this would definitely go to my scrap bin. Do you know why? Because one of two things, I can stamp it or I can punch it. I always say if I have a piece that I can still create something out of, I can put a stamp on it, make a sentiment out of it, or I can punch it, I save it. Also, another reason I would keep this is because I love the pattern. So I know I will want to use this again. So that's one way I look at it. Then I look at pieces like this, okay? And I think to myself, this is really too thin to punch, and I know I could stamp a sentiment on it, but it's a pattern page, therefore I probably couldn't. So then you might think, oh, then you toss that one away. No, I don't, and I'll tell you why. This one's wide enough to be an accent on a card, to maybe lay behind a piece of paper like this and have it peek out the side or what have you. So I still believe I can get some use out of this piece right here, so I would save it. This little guy right here, I might say this one could go. I wouldn't have a problem tossing this strip of paper. It's from the top of a 6x6 pad. It's got that hole in it there. It's a little damaged along the edge because that's where the glue was holding it in the book. And tossing this one wouldn't hurt my feelings. Now, let me say this. I know a lot of you would say, no, keep that scrap. It's very usable. And yes, it is. But at some point, we have to decide it's time to let something go, or else we'll save every ton of scrap out there. So this one, I would toss. Although I know I could use it for different pieces, the biggest thing for me is all of this around the edge and then that hole right there. This would have to be very specific use for me to use it. You may disagree, and I understand, but that's my theory on that. This one, totally would keep. It's a nice piece. It looks like wood grain here, and I could use this on a card, and these are the same. I could easily use these on a card, and I could easily use this for stamping or punching. So my biggest tip and trick with scraps is this. If you can stamp it, if you can punch it, or if you can use it as an accent piece, then you should keep it. If it's something that's tiny, maybe it's even something that was a scrap off of a cut, like if you cut something and have like a little corner of something left, I wouldn't keep that. I would toss that. But pieces like this, I know I can lean to and do something with, I would keep. So that's my top tip for today. When and where to keep your scraps. And that is basically what I say. If you can stamp it, if you can punch it, if you can use it as an accent, I would keep it. Otherwise, I would toss it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye.